Hi dear children, last class we have finished session 1, session 2 and session 3, in which session 1 includes the communication cycle and the session 2 barriers to the communication and session 3 the different methods of communication. Okay, so next we are going to the next session, session 4, perspectives in communication. Perspectives. What do you mean by perspectives? The different views. Okay, so the last session also we have seen how the barriers comes. People from the different places have different ideas, different views. This will affect the communication. Okay, so this session we are going in detail the different perspectives in communication. Communication is a two-way process and its success depends upon a cordial and conducive attitude as well as receptivity from all the parties involved. From all the parties means it can be the communication between two persons or many persons, right? So the successful communication, that is behind the success of the communication. So cordial and the conductive attitude behind each person, even if it is a sender as well as the receiver. It's a two-way. Two-way means what? One way is not allowed. Two-way means what? So sender has to say the details to the receiver, and the receiver having any doubts, they should have freedom to clarify that. If any more details they want to know, they should have the freedom, they should have freedom to ask the doubts and get the information what the sender have been said. Okay, so different perspectives as well as the receptivity. Receptivity means willingness to consider the new ideas. So if sender is telling about something, the receiver should have a mind or should have an attitude to accept based on the new ideas that we are living now. Okay, living today, and we have to adjust with the new ideas, new changes that is to be accepted by the today's changes. Okay. Cultural background, accent, language, behavior, religion, everything will be related to the different perspectives in communication. And let us see which are the factors affecting the perspectives in communication. The first one, visual perception. Visual perception can be defined as the ability to see, organize and interpret one's environment. Different people may view and interpret the same thing in different ways. That only I said, we are from the different places, so we are just see particular thing in different angles. Okay, so when we see a house, different views are there, right? Front view is there, top view is there. So those who are viewing in which way, based on that they will say the opinions. So the four factors affecting the perspectives. The first one is visual perception. How we see the different things in different angles. Next one is the language. The process of communication may be affected if the participants have language barriers, such as if they speak and understand different languages or have some kinds of speech difficulties. For the success of the communication process, the sender should ensure that the message reaches the receiver in a language that she or he can understand. So from the barriers, I think the second session, right? So second or third session. So from there itself we have seen how the barriers comes. There should be a language problem. Those who are sending the message should know the language the receiver can understand. Otherwise there a barrier occurs. Same way the process of communication will be affected with the language barriers. Okay, so for the success of the communication, the sender should know about the language that is understood by the receiver. If the receiver get the help of an intermediary to translate and communicate messages, the accuracy of the translation or interpretation affect the entire meaning of the communication if not done properly. That means sometimes the sender is forced to say in different language that receiver could not understand. That case, what we need to do? There should be an intermediary. There should be a translator between the sender and the receiver. Okay, many persons, those who are giving the messages, no, if they are not familiar with that particular language, they are doing the same thing. And here the problem occurs, the translator is not able to convey the proper meaning in a proper way. Okay, and if it occurs clearly, then it will not affect the communication. Otherwise, some problem can occur. The next factor is past experience. The experiences we have had before in some specific situation may also affect the outcome of the communication. This is because in our mind, we tend to believe that this is what happened before in such circumstances, and now the likelihood of getting the same outcome under similar circumstances. That means past experience. From the name itself, you will get something, right? Past experience. So some particular situation, if I got any bad experience, then the same situation occurs, I will expect that bad. I'll remember that bad experience, right? So that is the past experience. If we have the past, any bad experience behind or bad experience in such a situation, we are expecting some bad experiences when we get the same thing again. Okay, this is because in our mind we tend to believe that this is what happened before in such circumstances, and now the likelihood of getting the same outcome means result. Now the likelihood, there is a chance is there for getting the same thing under similar circumstances, then definitely we will avoid that type of situations. Okay, that is past experience. There also proper communication will not happen, different views based on the past experience. The next one is the prejudices. People often have the inclination to hear what they expect to hear rather than the actual message conveyed by the communicator. May lead to false assumptions, jumping to incorrect conclusions. So prejudices that we have seen as the barrier of the communication, prejudices. So we are expecting, some cases we are expecting something to hear. Okay, if you are not getting that one, then we will feel sad. Okay, so that cases, prejudices also affect prejudices can be a factor of the communication. Okay, and it may lead to false assumptions. So if we have a prejudice or pre-evaluation about that information, then before getting the full message, we are accepting or we are just thinking that this will be the result. Okay, that should be avoided. The next one is the feelings or moods. Effective communication depends a lot on the feelings or moods of the communication parties. Enthusiasm, openness and receptive attitude help in making communication successful. That also we have seen feelings or mood. If you are not in a good mood, we are not able to hear the message properly. We are not able to listen properly. Okay, and if you are not getting any enthusiasm, any encouragement, then that case also we are not easy, or we are not feeling good to listen those particular messages. Then we need to accept, at the same time we need to accept the changes also. Then the last factor, just conclude as a last factor, environmental or physical factor. These factors require some minor changes to be made in the environment, time and space to make the communication successful. Noise, poor lighting, sitting arrangements, temperature. This can be also a barrier to the effective communication. At the same time, this can be a factor that affecting the perspectives. So some noises coming from outside, or the lighting arrangements, or sitting, or we are, if power is not there, we are feeling little hot, right? That time also we are not able to listen the anything, or we are not able to convey the messages properly. Okay, these are small things happened, and this can be a factor to the perspectives or views of the communication. Okay, So hope all you, that's all about your session 4. Hope all you understood. If it is not clear, please ask me the doubts. That's all about today's class. Thank you.